Is going to be taking place on Sunday at Kingswell Stadium, and it will be Richards Bay FC as the home team, and visiting will be the defending champions, Orlando Pirates, and we are joined here by their coach, Coach Jose Rivero, just to preview that one. Coach, maybe just opening remarks, your thoughts heading into that one. Your matches with Richards Bay FC in the past have been very tight affairs. They've beaten you, I think, twice the past few seasons. One in the cup competition and last season in the league. And you've also beaten them as well, I think. Yeah, just your thoughts about them as an opponent and what kind of a match you can expect on Sunday.
Well, you said everything already. Good afternoon. As you said, if someone in the league knows how difficult it is to play Richards Bay, I think we are one of them. 3 times last season we couldn't even score a goal. They knock out us in the Carling Cup. They beat us in Orlando, 0-0 in Durban. This season we managed to beat them 2 times in the league, but very tight games. We scored the winning goal 84 minutes there in Durban, a victory at home, and it's a difficult team. But at the same time, we were so happy to start again our time in the Nedbank Cup. We have nice memories of this competition in the last 2 seasons, as everybody knows. We have a difficult task ahead of us to defend the title one more time, but at the same time it's something nice to have the opportunity to defend titles every season, and we're going to try our best. Understanding that it's a cup game, everything will be played in one game, and we need to be in our best as usually.
Thank you, Coach. Questions from the floor? Just show of hands. Let's go to John Timark.
Coach, John Timark from the Citizen. Is it maybe a blessing in disguise that your game against Royal AM got postponed, given that there was a long travel back from Cairo and you've got another game on Sunday? Has it given you some time, perhaps, that you didn't expect, some good time on the training pitch, or is that not the case?
No, not really. Look, it's a permanent adaptation to the circumstances of our job, and this is one more. We were prepared to travel to Durban and stay there for the rest of the week, have a good camp, preparing these 2 games. We couldn't, unfortunately, it wasn't possible, and again we have to change again our schedule. It's the second time this season, once against Cape Town City in Cape Town because of the weather conditions. We have to play 24 hours later, and we have to find a way to stay, focused in the game. And this time it's changing a little bit the plans. We really would like to play the game that we're supposed to be playing today, trust me, and fight for those 3 points, but it wasn't possible, and now we have to switch our mind, understand, like I said before, that we're playing a final. If you want to win the Nedbank Cup, you have to play finals since the first day, because everybody wants to do it well in this type of tournaments, and it's a permanent adaptation to the schedule, to the circumstances. That's what football means right now in terms of planning, and we don't complain about it.
All right, so we'll take the next question. Seems like we're done. Okay, Jabulo.
They tired.
Coach, when the team started playing in the group stage of the Champions League, you spoke about that it was going to give the club lessons that something that money can't buy. What is that win in Egypt done for the team, looking at everything ahead that lies for Pirates?
In Egypt? No, I said after the match that is a good message for ourselves. the level that the guys manage to perform in a space like that, to know how much can we do as a group, how much can we achieve when we are in a good space, when everything is coming right. That's probably the main part of, or the main outcome of games like that for the future. Remember, we're playing very small, very young squad team with. I'm repeating myself all the time, but is the truth. And our experience in the competition, in terms of numbers, our performance is being excellent. But in terms of experience, it's something that you cannot even quantify. You cannot measure how much influence it's going to have in the team and in the players as an individuals in the future. But I can tell you that nothing but positive, 100%. So we're still growing as a competitive side. We're still growing as a group, and having the opportunity to play those games, it's something, like I said 1,000 times already, we have to capitalize also when we play local, when we play here. And Sunday is another opportunity to show that the team is growing. Winning, it's something that everybody is expecting from us, nothing new. But I'm trying to put the focus in the level that the team is performing, no matter which result that we're getting in the end.
Right, Bravo, was move to you, Dominic. And show where the microphone is.
Good afternoon, Coach.
On your left, Coach.
Good afternoon, Coach. Coach, maybe just because there's a lot of matches, a lot of competitions as well, what exactly keeps this team, players, technical team going? Is it a case of, putting the jersey much more higher than you found it? Is it about records? Is it about just ensuring that Pirates reaches a different level that is never reached under your guidance?
No, I think we have a group of players who, how can I say this in English? Players who wants to be, not a group of players that they were already. I don't know if it makes sense. It's about ambition. It's about still wanting to improve in the history of the club, understanding that when we do this as a collective, we all get the benefit as an individuals, the players, the coaches, everybody involved. We're receiving a lot of support from the club and from the fans, from our supporters, which is also something very, very important, and is helping us to keep going, even though, like you said, we have a tight schedule and we don't know the meaning of a training session anymore. It's all about playing and recovery and traveling and going again, which is not the best for the athletes, for the preparations and stuff, but it is what it is. So all of those things together, I think, it's the reasons why we performing in a really good level so far. And yeah, but at the same time, we need to try to improve, to try to challenge ourselves every day in every game, because that's the only way to keep, getting good results. If you stop in the space where you are right now, it's not going to happen anymore. So we have to move forward, and not feeling that because, like I said, in the recent games we managed to get a really good result and maybe a memorable game for everyone. Next game against Richards Bay is starting 0-0 the game, and trust me, the ones in blue in front of us, they really want to take that game and they want to beat us. So we need to start from zero and understand that it's going to be a difficult task, and use all of the experience that we are getting in the recent games to make sure that we can be the better team again.
All right, Delmain, can you give him the micro just here?
Coach, if there's one thing that has stood out in your time as Pirates coaches, your fearlessness when it comes to taking risks and giving players a chance. Sometimes you do it on the biggest of stages. You gave Saleno a chance against Pirates when he had just come back from loan. You did it with Sesame. You put in a young relay. Again in Egypt, you put in a relatively unknown right back. biggest stage, his name just eluded me, but you're not afraid to take risks, coach. I want to ask you, how do you know when is the right time, and also what is it about you that just decides that the biggest game of your career and you're getting your first opportunity to come on as a sub?
We should them, but we have to describe what it means to take a risk. You understand?
Yeah, the young player that you brought on against South Africa could have stage fright and then have a nightmare.
No, but that's gonna be the easy. How can I say? If Endelotti is not performing in that game, you will say it's because he's unexperienced, and that's it.
You're brave enough to put him in.
And if I play him, it's because I'm brave. That's so simple.
So maybe give us the secret to the formula, because you seem to be getting.
Because he's ready. Because I'm playing players who are good enough and they are ready to play. So where is the risk? And if it's not working one day, it doesn't mean that he's not good enough or he's not ready. It means that he just couldn't manage on the day. But we are not playing catch up there on the bench. We're not gambling. We are not trying to see if he's working. We have to, when somebody's in the 20, it's because he's ready to go. That's the first filter. We're not traveling to Cairo and we see people in the road and we say, okay, come with us, let's see. You understand? So that's why I'm saying that it's not a risk, it's a calculated risk. There's always the risk that when you take somebody to the start 11, is not performing for whatever reason. But the players who are playing for Pirates, they're ready. They're good enough and they are ready. And eventually one day, maybe it's not going to be the last time that we are playing somebody for the first time. Hopefully things are still working well for them because they are young players, they understand what it means to play for Pirates and the pressure, and the amount of people that is expecting you to be brilliant even in your first day. And there's going to be one day that one of these youngsters is not going to have a good game, because it's going to happen. And it's normal. And it doesn't mean that he's not ready, or it doesn't mean that he's not working because he's not having enough experience.